Howdy.
Hi guys, I'm Miss Kent.
I'm Mr. Merle.
We are at GP. We teach Art 1 and 2, but we mostly teach Art 2, and we do all the curriculum for that. So we wanted to make a video just to go over a few things about what we expect in our classes, virtually and in person.
So how long have you been teaching?
I've been teaching here in GP for 8 years and at GPHS for 7.
I've taught at GPHS for 6 years, and total amount of time teaching has been 15 years.
We have built a program to build up Art 1s and Art 2s to where you learn the basics of how to draw, and then take that to learn how to build concept and make meaningful artwork. That's really our two goals, is that you get a good foundation in your technique, but then also learn how to
Transition into basically making meaning.
Yes.
That's your goal as an artist. And when Miss Kent talks about how to draw, it's really not that simple. It's a survey of different materials. Normally, when you're here, we have all those things for you to experiment with. And you're gonna, in Art 1, basically get a survey so you can try out new things. And then Art 2, you're gonna start to build your own direction as far as narrative or concept is concerned. But for this year, it's a little different. So we're gonna be working with whatever you have.
Yeah, we're gonna start really basic with pencil and paper. So if you don't have those things, contact either Mr. Merle or myself, whichever one is your teacher,
Yeah.
and let us know, because maybe we could arrange for you to pick up supplies. We're working on possibly getting some supply kits out to you guys, but we just don't know when that will happen.
Right. And when we say contact us, it's email. We're going to be using Canvas a lot this year. It should be a lot easier than it was after March last year.
Yeah.
So we've gotten the whole district organized. Your pages are going to look the same. They're going to have the same format. So when you go into your digital art class in Canvas, there's a few things that you're going to see right away.
Okay, the other thing I wanted to mention was another way you can contact us is through Remind, which we'll talk about later, and you'll see it on your first week as one of your to-dos, is to sign up for Remind. Either you or your parent, or both, is really better. But we'll go over how to do that.
Yes.
On the first day.
Yes.
And we'll do a brief, maybe, I don't know, today. All right, so what do we expect from the first week? This video is really just for the first week, just to kind of introduce ourselves and to let you know what we are expecting you to do and get done by Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah.
Really.
So
your first thing is you're gonna log onto Canvas. We are gonna send out some Zoom links on Skyward, as well as if you are comfortable with Canvas, you can get on it, you sign in, you'll see the Zoom login, all that.
You need to log into the Zoom the time that you're supposed to be in the class. Now, that's not required. We will be linking our recorded Zoom from that class to your Canvas class after it's over. So if you missed out and you didn't wake up early enough, you could still watch the whole thing.
Right. So make sure you get on Canvas is your number one goal. If you're having trouble getting on Canvas, you need to contact the school, the tech, maybe either Ms. Schooling or Mr. Cockrum. They probably know.
Yes, but just call the school. They'll show you where to go.
Right. Make sure you're able to see everything on our Canvas. Like, do you say, oh, I don't see any assignments, or I don't see any modules, because maybe we forgot to publish something. So, let us know what you're seeing, and or you could just be a glitch. Sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
So just let us know if everything's like good to go. That's going to be one of your check-ins that is going to count as your attendance. Every day you need to, or every day, like every A day or every B day, you need to at least check in with us in some way to count you here.
So let's say that you're a student in an A-day class, the first day of school, Monday, and you're gonna go to your class in order, I assume. So let's say you have me first period. You're gonna go into your first period. What you're gonna see at the top is week at a glance, your syllabus, and then announcements. Is that what's there?
Well, the announcements is where we'll have the Zoom link. We also have your specific class Zoom link in all of the modules.
Yes, it's at the very top. So when you click a week at a glance, you'll see your assignments for that class period.
Yes. And if you really just go through the modules, you'll be able to see it. And we recommend only doing week 1. We have 3 weeks of lessons in there already, but you don't need to worry about the week of 8/24.
Right,
So
don't do
just
that.
worry about the week of 8/17.
And there's a really good reason why. Every time that you have our class, so you have my class first period on A day, you have it Wednesday and Friday. If you don't check in, even though you've completed all the work, if you don't check in Wednesday and Friday, you'll be counted absent. And we don't want that. So please check in every day that you have that class. Even if you've done your work, just say, hey, Mr. Merle, I'm checking in with you, but I finished my assignments. I'm out. Cool.
That's it. Just come in on the Zoom or write us and say, I've done all my assignments. Every day every A day, if you have class A day or if you B day, like every B day, just check in and say, I'm here, I'm working on my project, or I've turned in my, my assignment for this or this day. Just so we're like, cool, we need to make sure you're doing something every day, just as if you were in class. Like if you were in class, you would come in and I would say, okay, you're here, and you would get to work, right? So it's a way of saying you're here, you're doing the work. We have a syllabus up. You can read over that. That has a lot of questions answered about grading, about attendance. So, and just like our class and all our contact information. So go over that and read it.
Right. So if you do read that, one of the things in there says the first 45 minutes of class is for you to go into your assignments and do as much as you can. We also say on there that we will be Zooming during that time period. If you have any questions, just join the Zoom, ask your questions, jump back off, and do your assignment. If you need further instruction, I'll be creating more content for that the second 45 minutes of class.
Yes.
Like demonstrations.
Right. The other thing is you need to set up your Remind. That's going to be a grade for your first week. So there's a link in the modules of how to do that. All you have to do is text a number and text the whatever ours is both different.
Yes.
Text that number, what the instructions say, and you'll be set up and we'll be able to contact you.
It's in the modules.
Much easier. And to say, I haven't heard from you in a couple days, I'll be like, hey, Timmy, where have you been? And then you're like, oh my gosh, I was sick or something. Like, okay, good to know. You're going to be, counted absent, but at least I know you haven't, just disappeared. The other assignment you're going to do for this week is submit a selfie. So, just a picture so we can put faces to names.
Right.
It's really important. We so love seeing everybody's face on the first day of school and starting to learn everybody's name. So if you could just you could make it as wacky as you want, or just like, this is me, or if you don't like taking pictures, maybe send, just a picture somebody has of you, just so we can kind of get to know you a little bit more.
And, when we do portraiture, it's really important that you kind of are able to take a good photo of yourself. And what that entails is that your face is completely seen. It's not cropped to just your lips or your eye or half your face. And it doesn't have a filter on it. Filters are a big no-no in class because they make everything flat. That makes it look more idealistic, I guess, according to phones and phone manufacturers. But that's really not the point when you're trying to describe what a face looks like by drawing it.
Right. And definitely don't have your phone in front of your face. A lot of people take pictures like that. So we want to see your face nice and clear so we can get to
know you as best we can.
Yeah. And get to know your face so we recognize you on Zooms without having to say, who is this? And another part of getting to know you and part of your first week's assignments is we're going to have you guys fill out a short questionnaire. Really just tell us anything about yourself. We have a couple of prompts that we want you to answer, like what are you looking to get out of art this year? What are some of your challenges with online learning? Things like that, just so we know, like if you're like, well, I have a job and I work till 9 o'clock every night. Okay, that's great for us to know, because we can expect you to check in maybe around 10 o'clock or maybe around 8 o'clock in the morning the next day.
Right.
So it's good for us to know, so that I'm not just assuming, well, he's not getting anything done or she doesn't care. I want to know, like, what are the challenges you face, or what do you want out of art? Are you excited about it? Are you nervous? All those things. Tell us as much as possible.
Right. And don't just put, I can't draw. Okay. You're in here to learn how to draw. So that's what we're going to do.
Right. I think that's all we wanted to talk about. If y'all have any more questions, this is just a kind of quick overview for people who are gonna miss the Zoom. But if you are gonna be in the Zoom, please feel free to ask us any questions or clarification, or if you're like, I'm not supposed to be in art, we can work that out for your schedule.
Sure.
And we can just, start to get to know each other. And if you miss the Zoom, email us, sign up for Remind, and text your question. Call us even on our work phone. We won't be here, all night, but we'll be here during school hours. So
Right.
You could possibly do that, but probably the best way to get a hold of us is email, Remind, or through Canvas.
Or through Canvas, exactly.
So I think that's it.
Yeah. Welcome to art.
Yeah, we're excited. We're excited at this new adventure of virtual art. But I think we have some really good things, and a lot of ways we figured out that are going to be really good for y'all to learn the basics. And just kind of, once we get going, we'll be able to get a little more
fancy.
Yeah, and have some more engaging and fun projects. So
They'll be there.
Yeah. All right. Well, again, I'm Miss Kent.
I'm Mr. Merle, and we're signing off.
All right.